Hey everyone, how are you? This is Crypto Herc with Crypto Penguin, my colleague at the Birb Nest. How are you,
Hi
my dear
guys.
friend?
Doing good.
So, this is a very interesting live stream. The last live stream for the day. We are day 11 now on the 14-day congress that we have at the Birb Nest, celebrating the 500,000 followers of Crypto Birb. We have a lot of interesting things to talk about pre-sales to crypto projects, right? The ones that is very hard to get into it. So as you can see, we have some avatars here from the French Renaissance. So after this clip, we are going to introduce you our guests. And we are back, and I can see so many comments in the chat already. People are very interested in this live stream. And at this point, I would like to introduce you to Napoleon and Luis from LYS Capital. So Napoleon is the project manager and operations executive at LYS Capital, and Luis is at the web development team. Welcome, guys.
Welcome. Great to be here, guys.
Thank you for
Thank you for
having
your
us.
time. How are you?
We're doing pretty great. And how are you guys?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. We have a very interesting topic here, and I honestly I see a lot of lots of comments, and we are going to display them during this live stream. But before we start, with the audience, give us a few words about yourselves, your background, how you got into crypto, and then we will move into LYS Capital and what this project does.
Yeah, I'm gonna start, I guess.
Yep.
So yeah, I got into crypto in 2016 while I was studying, and I was in university, and I was telling my dad, oh, I need to stop studying and put all the money into Bitcoin. And then Bitcoin was at like $600, and I was like, and he was like, no, son, you have to study. You can't put your money in Bitcoin like that. So yeah, that's how a bit I got into it. So I started investing around $700, starting to buy I bought credit cards in tobacco shop to be able to buy my first Bitcoin on Coinbase. So this is how it all started. And then I just keep looking at it, and then as the price rose, and as everything around it became so interesting, I was studying, but I was mostly actually studying Bitcoin and blockchain. Beside my studying, I was studying marketing. And so yeah, I just keep learning, watching all the stuff around it. And then when I finished, I wanted to go fully on crypto, so I did some consulting. I had like a web agency where I did a bit of consulting and did a bit of websites and applications for clients. And then I went and built another a crypto project, and also, as you can see, LYS Capital. And yeah, that's a bit about how I got into crypto and how I am still in crypto.
I will not ask you what your dad says now about Bitcoin.
My dad bought at the top, and he kept telling me, like even when Bitcoin was at like 5,000, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy one this weekend. I'm gonna buy one this weekend." And he never bought it, and then he started buying it when it was at the top.
Well,
so yeah, but he bought it, so that's good. That's good.
better than nothing, I guess. And
Yes.
you, Luis?
Okay, so personally, I was in high school. It was maybe 6 years ago, and I wanted to buy a smartphone for less than the retail price. So I went on the darknet, yeah, and I found a website where I could buy an iPhone for maybe two Bitcoin. It was, yes, 2 Bitcoin. And back then the Bitcoin price was around $300. So it was less than the retail price, and I discovered this cryptocurrency, and I was like, what the fuck is that? It was very hard to find informations, and I was quite a young guy trying to understand what were cryptocurrencies. And since then, I've been doing way more research, kept interested into the cryptocurrency world. I've also built my knowledge around IT and coding stuff. And now I'm studying engineering in IT, mainly in a top university. So I'm quite happy for that. And all my free time, I use it to build LYS Capital with all the other kings.
Makes sense. Okay, thank you for the introduction. Tell me how you got together and you created LYS Capital, and
Yeah.
what is the core business of LYS Capital? Because I think it provides great opportunities to pre-sales of projects, but I want to hear more from you. You know, how you
Yeah.
you envision this idea, how you came together, and what is, you know, capital LYS Capital
Yeah,
does.
yeah, sure. It's it all started with a group of friends on Telegram, and we were like always talking about crypto, about like these new projects like a year and a half ago. And we were like sharing each other's like investment opportunities, saying, okay, I have an allocation for AVAX. Do you want to get in before? And we were like sharing each other, like these different deals, and making good decisions, investing in the good projects. And it was cool because like we were always like having like taking so much time to analyze the project, to talk about it, to talk about like how what value proposition could the project propose. Would it be something that will work in the future? Because like most of us were in the space since 2016, so we saw like many projects that came I would say into existence in 2017, and a lot like left away. So with that, we were able, like as a group, to share like good opportunities to invest in projects. And so like this is where actually like it all started. It all started from, because we were like, okay, so we're able to invest in good projects. We're able to analyze things correctly, and we're like, you know what, let's do a DAO and propose this and create a community so we can share this to other people, and we can share our knowledge and everything that's around it. So that's how it all started. And like it was funny because a lot of people in the team and in the group are like founders of other projects, of DeFi projects. Some of like are like really good on the tech side, some are influencers. So we were like, yeah, let's put all this strength together, and let's create LYS Capital. So this is a bit the story behind us.
So
Nice.
so
And-
LYS Capital is to do with pre-sales, right? So for those who are maybe new, we have some new people joining, maybe haven't heard, don't know what pre-sales are. Could you maybe elaborate on what they normally are, how they normally work, and why someone might be interested in investing in pre-sales instead of just buying some Bitcoin and holding?
Yeah, for sure. No, pre-sale is really amazing in crypto. It's like if you had the opportunity today to invest in the beginning of Facebook, like as of today, to invest in like really small startups, it's so complex. It's especially like on the admin side. You have to be like an eligible investor, you have to have a certain amount of funds and all that. So what's amazing about crypto is like is like, you know, you can invest in like a very beginning of a project, even like before it's get listed or on a centralized or decentralized exchange. And so yeah, this is a bit like what we do, you know, like we try to find like these very new projects that are starting, or I would say getting out of earth, you know, and this is where like we come in and we try to invest in the very early stage of these projects, and yeah, so do that, and also propose to our community to be able to invest in the very beginning of these projects. So usually you have to invest a big amount, and what we do is we propose like a small amount so that everyone can invest together as a group in these starting projects.
So what kind of projects do you think you're going to be focusing on? Are there specific things, or are you just going to invest in whatever comes up, or what's the focus there for Lease?
Yeah.
Honestly, we are open to every type of projects, but of course, project in cryptocurrencies, DeFi, NFT, Metaverse, Layer 1, and the value of the project is the most important thing for us. We have a big network. We talk with a lot of different newborn projects, but we don't want to just stay on a specific type of project. We want to evaluate everything and just choose them by their value and not by their type. So that's what we're searching for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Napoleon, you mentioned that you're going to allow people with small amounts. Could you elaborate on that? Like, what do you mean by? Well, first of all, why is that an advantage over traditional pre-sales? You know, why is being able to invest with small amounts unique, and how much is the small amount exactly?
Yeah, that's a good question. No, but you know, usually like when these projects starts, they're looking for, you know, pretty big I would say investments. So usually it can go from 100,000 to 1 million or more. And so these projects, they how can I say this? Yeah, these projects usually they hand out like allocations between 100,000 and 1 million. And so for small investors, it would be not necessarily be possible for them to access easily, because you need, I would say, a big amount to invest. So what we do is like we propose in general between 50,000 or even 1 million, and then people can access through us by putting between $200 and $1,000 of dollars, yeah, into that specific project. And then we put all these small amounts together, and then it is invested in the projects that we research.
Okay, yeah, I've seen. Now, have you guys seen like Shark Tank? Now, I watch that show, and sometimes they say, "Oh yeah, I would probably have invested in that project, but I don't have 50,000, 100,000, $1 million to invest. So probably no one's gonna come to me and say, "Hey, I have this idea. Could you give me $100?" You know, I'm probably not you know, big enough of a whale. But I guess okay. So I guess with by having like a proven group of people who are over time prove that they are willing to invest in and maybe support new projects. I mean, I guess maybe that's sometimes more valuable in crypto land, right? Than having, you know, one or two big investors. Having a community who's proven that you know, well, you have like decentralization. You know, 1,000 holders, 2,000 holders. That's good, one thing, and then maybe the community, once they see how good the project is, maybe they'll, you know, support the project long term as well. I think that's actually a lot more valuable in crypto than just one or two big names, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even like for people, for projects who starts, you know, they want to have like DAOs and have these communities be able to give feedbacks on the products, to you know, to try the products. And you know, that's really interesting what you said about Shark Tank, because if you look at data analysis, what you saw in 2016 and 2017 in crypto is that small funds like of people getting together and investing themselves was doing exactly the same amount of his investment as VCs or big institutions. So that's a very big difference than like traditional investing. Like there's most of the traditional investments are done by big corporations or institutions or funds. And what you saw in 2016 and 17 is really this. It's like, small people were doing almost the same amount of investment as big names. And that's, like, that's just showing the power of blockchain and cryptocurrency, showing like you can really access, like small projects and invest, like even if you're not like a guy who has $1 million or $10 million in his bank account. So yeah, that's really what we want to put out there, and to give the opportunity to everyone.
So when you say to everyone, there's no limit to who can apply for a pre-sale through LYS Capital, right?
No, there is no whitelist. There is no queue system. Basically, if you stake some Lease, even you can get some tokens of the next sales. And this is a first come first served model, so it's the fairest thing we found. And the fact that we are on Arbitrum is quite good with the first come first served model, because on the first come first served, you need to get very fast transactions. Because if you don't get fast transactions, someone with higher fees is just going to overlap you. So yeah, that's why also we chose Arbitrum, and basically everyone can get access to any pre-sales.
Okay, but when you say everyone, I guess you have a cap of the people that you can accept, right? Because you will have a specific deal with each project, and let's say you have a deal of $100,000 worth of
Yeah.
investment. So once you meet that, I guess that means
Yeah,
that you work on a first comes, first served basis, right?
Yeah, exactly. There is always a time window. Okay, but you don't have to. I don't know. For example, on Polka Starter, you need to stake a lot of tokens to get access to the pre-sales. It's quite hard, and if you're a beginner in the crypto ecosystem, you cannot really make your way through. So we wanted to, even if it normally the allocations are gonna be filled very very fast. For example, for the launch of the Lease token, it was in 10 minutes we had sold maybe $100,000 USDC of tokens, but 10 minutes is enough. It's way enough for people to get in. So we will see, and of course, if this becomes a problem, we will solve it.
Makes sense. Okay, and at this point, because we are discussing about tokens, there is a very, very, very nice giveaway from LYS Capital, and let me get you the the giveaway code. You can find the link in the description of this video, and you can unlock it. And the prize is $500 worth of the next tokens of the next allocation that the next project that LYS Capital will have, and this $500 will be shared to 5 lucky winners. So the project is not yet known, right?
Exactly. Yeah, a lot of things are brewing in the background, but we'll announce these things in the coming days and weeks.
So a $100 allocation, that is actually not going to be $100. Pretty sure that's going to, when the token launches, usually, right? Maybe it's going to be 2x, 3x, 4x. Don't know, but you're probably going to be getting more. But for that small investment, you'll be getting probably a lot more. That's why people want to get into these pre-sales, right? And just for those who don't know what Arbitrum is like one of those optimistic roll-ups, which is basically like an Ethereum scaling solution. And I think I have it here. So Binance actually announced that they are integrating Arbitrum, right? So that's a good thing, because the thing with these optimistic rollups is the reason they're called optimistic is because the reason they can scale is because they assume that there are no bad actors. They don't take as long to confirm things, and so the trade-off is that when you withdraw from the Arbitrum chain, you're gonna have to wait maybe like 2 weeks, like normally, right? So if Binance is integrating Arbitrum and you can easily withdraw a deposit from Arbitrum and just deposit into Binance directly, avoid that 2-week wait. That's going to be very convenient, and you're going to get a lot more capital coming into the chain, into the Arbitrum chain a lot more easily. Let me actually show you capital going into Arbitrum right now, the deposits going into Arbitrum right now. And you want to get into new chains, okay? That Avalanche is hot right now, but everyone already knows about Avalanche. Not everybody knows about Arbitrum yet. It's relatively new, so you're going to get the new projects in here. So you can getting early. So you can see a lot of bridge transactions. You see a lot of deposits happening here. So activity is kind of picking up. A lot of Ethereum and USDC entering the ecosystem, and then probably going to be looking for somewhere to invest their money. So are you guys only going to work on Arbitrum? Are you going to? You have plans to expand to all the other chains at all? But there's so many chains here, right?
Basically, we are not going to stick only on Arbitrum. Arbitrum is to launch the GAO. We will stay on Arbitrum, but we will also explore all EVM blockchains such as Matic, Celo, Phantom, and all those ones. Avax also maybe. And we are also exploring on Solana, but this is not our main focus for now. So because the technology behind Solana is very interesting, we saw that there is a lot of traction behind it. So we would like to develop also on Solana, but this is not the main focus for now. We're gonna stay on EVM blockchains.
And I have a question. So I want to take it a step back because you mentioned that LYS Capital provides access to pre-sales in projects without requiring the huge budget and without requiring to have huge amounts of knowledge, right? But let's say I want to make an informed decision. Right? You go out and you say, "Hey, we have project X. We can, we have this pre-sale amount for you guys. How can I find information about the project? Are you going to provide, let's say, the points why you think it's a high ROI project, or you will let the project speak for itself? Let's say to check their website, etc.
No. What we will do is a deep analysis on the projects on our side first things first, and then we will publish reports on our websites with all the necessary information that's around the projects. The tokenomics, the strategy, the go-to-market strategy. Who's the team behind? Everything that you would need to know. We will do like a full report for each project that we will present. That's planned. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's great.
Oh, I see you guys are sharing a DeFi. Yeah, DeFi Llama
Yes.
is great. It's to see the TVL, the total value locked on all these different types of chains and layer 2 solutions. And as you can see, Arbitrum is in the top 10. And it's developing really fast. If you click on it, you can see like the growth of the total value locked. It's quite impressive. So it will keep going, and as well as you said before, with Binance enabling the bridge, it will grow even faster.
Okay, so describe me in a few words. Describe me the process that someone can take part in one of your pre-sales.
Yeah. Louis, you want to answer that one, or should I go ahead?
Yeah. Okay. To take part into pre-sales, you have to know the time of the pre-sale, because if you don't get it, you will miss your chance to get some tokens.
Yep.
And when you have the appointment set up, you just have to come on our website. Maybe you can show the page of the Lease token. If you click here to access. So so basically we are doing a page for each project, and we are describing the project, explaining as much as we can to the people, and then you just have to enter the number of USDC you want to deliver. So for example, here it has to be between 100 and 700, because this is what we had set up, and you approve the contracts. So you have to approve the number of USDC you allow us to take on your wallet, and then you buy the tokens. That's very simple. So it's just clicking on two buttons and being connected with MetaMask, basically.
Okay, that's pretty straightforward, and you make it. It sounds very easy for someone to
Yeah,
participate
honestly,
in
there
one.
is nothing easier in DeFi at the moment.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, so you're gonna announce a specific time though. It's so it's just gonna be specific time and then when until it fills up. Right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
okay, so it could be an hour. It could be one
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It depends on how popular it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there any risk having bots doing this job, so you can,
Yes, of
if
course. There is
okay.
always risk about bots in sale, in every type of sale, not even in cryptocurrencies. So we are dealing with that. We have some anti-DDoS, anti-connection, anti-geo analysis, and we are still working on improving the system. So each time we detect something that should not be done by a user that is abusing, we try to fix it, and we are working on this every day.
Got it. Got it. I have another question about because when you are looking at a project, you always look at the team, right? And Crypto Penguin here is one of the best fundamental analysts I know. And when he
Oh,
takes,
stop!
yeah, come on, I mean that, and when he's looking, right, he's making his due diligence when it comes to new projects, or and then that's why a lot of people have earned a lot of money in our community, because we have this guy here taking the nice projects out there, and he's taking the teams behind the project, right? And he's taking them on LinkedIn if they have a profile. But we see here in this case, LYS Capital keeps its anonymity.
Yes.
What is the reason behind it?
Yeah, so some of the DAOs have this same type of model, and we want to be anonymous, especially like it's linked to our preservation of our private life in particular. So that's why we chose to have this, to take that decision. And many projects are also a bit anonymous, and we decided to follow a bit like some of the projects like Harvest Finance or other type of projects to stay anonymous. But we can tell you that we have like really good professionals and experts in the crypto sphere, so that you can rest assured we will do a good job anyhow anyway.
Okay. Can I ask
Wait,
also,
so
since
you guys,
yeah,
wait, you
go
guys
ahead.
are anonymous, right? How do we know? how are the pre-sales run? Right? Is it just like, do I just have to trust that, I don't know who's working on it? That I don't know. Maybe you, Lewis, is going to like manually click and distribute the funds, or are
No,
you guys going to code some smart contracts, or what's going to happen there?
Yeah, so basically there is no manual distribution at all. We are all doing through smart contracts. So we have many smart contracts for each sales basically, and all the code will be on GitHub one day. We have not figured out yet to finish it and to deliver it, because of course for security reasons you cannot deliver code before being audited quite enough, if I can say it like that. So yeah, basically, for example, for the Lease token, the sale was 2 weeks ago. We sold. You could maybe buy 20,000 Lease at maximum. So 2 weeks later, after the sale, you can unlock 20% of the sale of what you bought, and then each month you can unlock 10%. So there is a vesting, and there will be a button on this website where you can claim your tokens, and all of this vesting is provided by smart contracts. We are not just sending funds to users. We are doing things like a DAO, properly autonomous and fully decentralized.
Yeah, and if I can add to that, we're in discussions with different types of auditors, and this is something on the roadmap. We don't know who will do this or when, but we're actively working on that part.
But in the end, the point of the DAO is that everything will be trustless.
Okay, that's good. It's good to know. So we don't have to. By the way, why are you guys like dead monarchs? Is there a reason for that?
It's different. How it's called? You know, when civilization started after the medieval ages, it started from France, right?
Yeah,
So
you know, it's actually, guys, it's Lease. Lease is a flower from the royalty from France, and you know, part of the team is from the French community. So we wanted to go on that aspect and on that team actually. And you know, Renaissance is a word that's we're seeing a lot, and it's part of the, you know, the whole idea behind the project. So this is why we wanted to go that way. And that's why we have like everything around kings and knights and the whole theme. Yeah.
Okay. I see here in the comments, some people are saying, "Hey, so I can get into this IDO, first come first serve, put in USDC, first one to click gets into the IDO. So why do I need the Lease token at all?"
okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys have staking or anything? Could you explain
Yeah.
how that figures in?
Louis, you wanted to go for it, so go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So here you have a drawing of the tokenomics system. It's a bit complex if you have not already read some of it on the Medium page. But basically, we have a royal staking. What does that mean? When you stake Lease token, you get 3 different things. The first one is the VE Lease. It is used to vote on the governance. The second one is the X Lease. It is used to reduce your fees when you buy a new pre-sale, when you participate into a new pre-sale. And the third thing you're going to get is a free allocations token. Basically, when there is a sale, there is fees that the DAO is taking. And a part of those fees are totally redistributed to the community. So if you stake some Lease, you're going to have the possibility to claim some tokens of the next sales. So we wanted to put as much utility into these tokens. So we created these 3 dynamics that I just explained to you. And yeah, that's it.
So by fees, you mean the fees that could you clarify?
Yeah, this is
That
fees
Lease Capital
in
is charging
tokens.
the project, or is it the fees?
So this is
So
the fee
so the
that-
project pays lease, or is it the users who don't stake and they pay fees on the pre-sale? Or what's happening?
Yeah, exactly. So it's the users who will pay fees on the allocation of the projects, and those fees will go to the DAO. And if you stake some lease, you will receive part of those fees of the allocation. So you will receive a portion of the token of the allocation of the project.
Okay, so every IDO you have, the model is that either the IDO buyer buys some lease and burns it, and then so that helps lease token holders in terms of token price, or they don't buy any lease. That's also fine, and the token holder gets some tokens. So either way, that's going to benefit the lease token holder somehow, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they also have some dailies, which enables them to vote on the decision of the DAO. So
Decisions like are they going to
like
what are they going to decide? They're going to decide the color of your laser eyes, or are they going to get to decide like important things like which projects to accept?
Yeah. So we're looking internally different types of things, but it could be like integrations, it could be like fees that could change, or it could be eventually also projects. So like proposition of different types of projects where they can have the choice to vote and have like be a really fully decentralized DAO where the community has the power to enable anything.
Okay, so I saw some comments they're asking, hey, why don't we get guaranteed allocations? So then if you stake lease, I guess that's your guaranteed allocation there, right? Either you get tokens or you get better price.
Yeah,
exactly.
So you get three things. You get a better price, you get to receive part of the fees, and you're able to vote. So that's what you get from the token, and we really
that's a full win-win-win.
Yeah, and we really wanted to make it different from other pads, and we wanted to make something very unique. And this is like this mechanism is pretty unique. So that's where we wanted to differentiate ourselves, and to get the application that's first come first served. So
I've been in some other launch pads, right? And this fee they charge it, and then it goes to the team. But in this case, the token holders are the team, and they will. If we hold lease, then we can get the fees instead of the team.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole goal of
exactly.
That's the whole goal.
So basically, if you contribute to the project, if you hold the token, if you stake it, you're going to get rewards. That's normal.
Okay. So if I'm able to wake up if the time for the IDO is 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm able to wake up for that. That's going to give me probably the best rewards, probably. But if I don't want to bother, I want some tokens. I don't want to bother like getting the exact time. I don't want to do the first come first serve thing. Then just stake, and I can get tokens that way too.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Some people also some people don't want to invest too much maybe in some projects, and just by staking they're gonna get some tokens and see if the project was a good shot or not.
Okay. Can we take a look at since we're talking about the lease token, can we take a look at the tokenomics perhaps?
Yeah, and I want also to ask about the big event this week, right? Which is the LYS token listing.
Oh yes.
So give us the information about it.
So it will be listed on the 24th at 3 p.m. UTC time. So basically in 2 days from now.
Where is that going to be again?
It will be on Sushi Swap.
It's on Sushi Swap, yeah.
Sushi Swap on Arbitrum?
Yes.
Okay. So can you go explain the tokenomics of your token here a little bit?
Okay. So as you can see here, we have 50% of the tokens that are for liquidity mining. So it's quite a lot, but we want to reward the community and to create a proper DAO with some long-term evolution. We also had 5% for the IDO, so that was the sale, the pre-sale of this token we did 2 weeks ago. Then, as you can see, we have 20% in marketing. So this has been used for promoting the project, for promoting other projects, and for the whole development of the Lease communication. Then you have 5% on the community and 10% on the development. So the community part is, for example, for airdrops, or for if there is too much fees on the sale, maybe we can send back the fees to the users that participated. And the 10% on development are used for covering some expenses to recruit, for example, to pay new servers or new infrastructures to build the DAO. And I think the last one is 20% on the team. That is distributed between eight members of the team, depending their involvement into the projects.
Is there any vesting on any of these amounts?
Yes, of course. Of course, there is a big vesting on some of them. Okay.
On the team,
so
the team is vested. Yeah. I just need to look.
For example,
exactly
the team has a four-month lockup. So during four months, there is no access to the tokens, the team tokens, and then it is vested on on the team tokens.
Yeah, I mean the team tokens. You don't get access to any tokens for 4 months?
No, yeah, for 4 months. And then we have the vesting of 18 months.
So it's kind of a 2 years development until we get all the token vested.
Yeah.
So that's 18-month vesting with a 4-month cliff.
Yes, exactly. Correct. Mm-hmm.
And the IDO, is that locked up?
Yeah, the IDO, there is a lockup during 2 weeks, so it's been it's already in 2 days, and then you get 20% that are released at the TG, so for the listing, and then 10% per month.
Okay. Right. So for those who are wondering maybe why we talk about vesting, so this is probably going to be something you're going to want to look at for any LYS Capital projects or other pre-sales you're going to look at, right? Vesting is basically how many tokens are locked up. So when the token's launched, if you buy into this token, how many people can dump on you, right? So if there's no vesting at all, for people who get into a token at a very cheap price, then they can easily dump all their tokens on you if you buy it once it launches. So vesting is a good thing. It's a good thing. So good to see the team has invested.
We even for the team, I think this is a good thing because we didn't want to unbalance the tokenomics and the token holders. We wanted something fair and something good in a long-term evolution of the project, of course.
Okay, and liquidity mining, that means if I stake Lease,
but we have not decided yet everything about liquidity mining, and of course the community, the DAO community, is going to be able to vote if we are going to burn a part of those tokens or if we are going to use them for events, for example.
Okay, so you could use them for whatever you want to incentivize people to do, like put money in pools, stake, or whatever. It depends on. So the DAO can vote on that.
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
With the VE Lease as soon as possible.
Okay.
And if you want to see, we have a link that I am going to provide to you, where you can see all the chest we created in a way with the smart contracts that have all the tokens into it.
Okay. So you're gonna send me the link, right?
So-
While you look for that,
Yeah.
could you explain what this is? What is this? This blue category, green category, yellow category. What's happening here?
Yes, so this is something we will do for each project. We will give a certain specific color, depending on how we evaluate the projects. If it's possibly a long-term project, something that that's like short-term that we don't see as much value, or it's a way for us to give grades, specific grades to different types of projects.
Okay. So it's a ranking system, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. So for the list project, and as we closing to the end of this live stream, and just before I ask the question, keep in mind, guys, in the description of the video we have a very nice giveaway from LYS Capital, $500 worth of tokens of their next pre-sale project, and I'm going to display right now the secret code to unlock the giveaway. It's LYS, LYS, and you, as I said, you can find in the description the link to that giveaway. So tell us a few words about what should we expect from LYS Capital in the next weeks and months. What is the roadmap you have?
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The giveaway is five winners each get $100 allocations, or they get $100 in tokens.
Yeah, they get each $100 allocation of the
allocation. Okay.
Yeah.
Allocation, yeah.
Okay.
So tell us about your roadmap. What is how do you envision LYS Capital, and what should we expect in the next months?
So
Yes. So yeah, go ahead, Louis. Go ahead.
Excuse me. At first, we want to deliver as fast as possible and as secure as possible the staking possibility, because this is the central thing in ODAO, if I can say. So yeah, we want to deliver it for December, end December. So you should be able to stake your lease in the end of December, and in the next week we will propose the first projects on the platform. And in the very long term, we would like to propose one unique project a week, and we're gonna do everything that we can to be able to support that in the technical way in the upcoming weeks. So we are working on the staking and the next projects, and that's our main focus for the moment.
Yeah, and there's a listing in 2 days on SushiSwap on Arbitrum, and yeah, we're actively working to see also with different types of auditors how we're gonna audit everything.
You're gonna list anywhere else as well? Any plans for that?
As of now, no, but potentially we're looking to maybe expand, but for the moment only on Arbitrum and SushiSwap.
Yeah, and we are in contact with some exchanges, but we cannot talk about it yet because the deals are not closed. So yeah.
Okay. Could you very quickly explain what I'm looking at here?
So here, this is the tokenomics that I explained previously from the light paper. But it is, so you can see the coins are in some contracts, smart contracts, and these smart contracts are going to deliver the coins accordingly to what we said in the light paper.
Oh, all right. So this is this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So yeah, so if you want to verify that, it's on the Arbitrum blockchain, so you can take a look at that. Type that out by hand. I'll post that in the comments if anybody wants to wants to take a look at that. Oops. Yeah,
Perfect.
everyone wants to take a look at it.
Okay, so before we end this live stream, would you like Napoleon or Luis to give us like a 1 minute, 2 minute overview what LYS Capital is, why people should join the project, and yeah, just give us, inspire us.
Yes, for sure. So yeah, LYS Capital is a brand new project launched on Arbitrum. So we're the first ones to propose pre-sales on Arbitrum, so you can access like brand new like little projects with very little budgets, and possibly go 2x 10x on your investment. So we do all the job for you. We research the project, we try to find the good deals for you, and then we just propose you the deals. But there's one thing: you have to be quick, you have to be fast, you have to directly go on the websites when we propose these deals, and as we said, first come first serve. So you have to be fast. And yeah, so we're happy to be able to present the project today. It was really great chatting with you guys. And yeah, keep posted, join our Telegram group, and wait for the listing in 2 days. And yeah, happy to have presented Lease.
And actually, before you go, I think maybe we should cover, why people should trust that you guys can bring good projects. So these are some of the projects you've invested in the past. Is this what this is? What is this?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Basically,
Yes.
we have some big contacts, a big network in DeFi, in traditional finance also, and we have been in relation with this project at very early stage, and we have been able to invest in a personal way, so with our own portfolio, and we are still in contact with them. We are still talking about upcoming projects, and you can be sure that we have the good network and the good contacts to deliver good projects on LYS Capital.
So it's very important actually to note here that these are the projects that you have invested as individuals, not as LYS Capital,
Yeah.
which shows actually the experience that you have, the expertise, and what you know, like it looks promising because I see good projects
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And of course, we for some legitimacy, if I can say, these people know us, so we are talking with them in a light. How to say that? We're talking with them, but not in a private way. So they know who we are, they know our name, and we are not just exposing us, and we cannot. You can trust us in a way, if I can say that.
Okay.
Right. So
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I just want to say, as a fundamental analyst, pre-sales, private sales, that actually, okay, as a fundamental analyst, I look at the fundamentals. I look at the project. How good is it, and then after that, what do I have to do then? I have to find a good price to enter in, right? So actually, the pre-sale is actually the best price. So I love it as a fundamental analyst if I can find a project that I like and it's still in the pre-sale phase and I can manage to get an allocation in it. I don't have to worry about, check the chart. Is it a good entry now? Who's going to buy? Who's going to sell? This is probably the, it's probably a good cheap price, and I can probably buy a lot more than without having to worry about driving the price up. So if so I can like LYS Capital, right? So I can just go open the project, read it, check the team, see if I like it. And then that's the price right there. I don't have to worry about checking the TA, which is not my expertise so much. So actually, I like getting into pre-sales if I can. That's what Lease is going to offer you here.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Anything else on your end, Crypto Penguin, before we close?
No. So follow LYS Capital. Oh, I closed it. So what's your Telegram is your Twitter? Capital Lease.
Yes.
Yeah.
Telegram is there.
Yep.
Telegram's there. Website is capital.io.
Yep.
So make sure to follow those guys. Check out the token when it launches in a couple of days on SushiSwap or on Arbitrum. And also make sure you join our trading congress. We still have more streams. We have some Black Fridays coming up. So maybe I don't know, Herc. Maybe
I don't know.
if people.
I know nothing. All I know is nothing.
Yeah, I think maybe a little Birb told me that maybe if you join the Congress, I don't know, maybe you might get some early notifications of some sales, a little pre-sale, a little pre-sale.
We know how
Friday.
generous Birb is, so stay tuned because I don't know. He wakes up one morning and he says, "Give it all for free." Almost.
Yeah, so join us there at theburbnest.com/500K. Don't forget about the giveaway as well. You're gonna get $100 allocation in the next pre-sale without having to fight anybody for that. So that's actually great if you can win. So use that code there. Link in the description. And that's it for today's stream, I think.
Thank you guys for
Yeah.
having.
Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Napoleon and Luis.
It was very cool.
Yeah, it was really nice, guys. It was a pleasure.
Our pleasure.
Right, bye, guys.
And we'll speak soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a nice one. Take care, guys.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, the Birb Nest.